Hello everyone, Justine D'Andrea here with Bible Journaling Ministries creative team, and today we're working on 1 Corinthians 16:14. And I love these printables. They're perfect for this month and I'm excited to use them. And today we are going to make our own edible arrangement. You're gonna need some gesso if you want. You don't have to gesso your page, but you can. We're gonna go with the color palette and grab some blue, some red and white, acrylic paint, and then a light and a dark green. And then a black, or I used a burnt umber, which is like a really dark brown, and then a black Posco pen or permanent marker pen. Paintbrushes, toothbrush, a regular flat brush or round brush, and then like a scrubby brush. It could be an old brush that is just totally messed up. Some scissors, some glue, ink to match, and a dauber or something to use with it, and then something to put your paints on. I'm just using a piece of paper. So if you're ready, let's go ahead and get started. You are going to need a piece of white cardstock and a pencil because we're going to draw out this little pot here. So we're just going to follow the lines on the graphic and make it about a 2-inch little pot. So if you just kind of try to follow along with me here, it doesn't have to be exact, it doesn't have to be perfect, just do your best. Because we're actually going to be covering it with paint, and it's okay to erase. You can also do this directly into your Bible, but it might be more comfortable for you to kind of do this. Plus it gives it a little bit of a different look as we add this to our Bible, because we're going to actually paint it and then cut it out. So it, like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect, just kind of get the size that you want to fit in your Bible. I'm using the Interleaf Bible, so for that one it's the good size is about 2 inches. So just kind of adjust the size to your Bible that you're using. So I'm gonna grab my paints, and I've matched the colors of the printables, and I'm gonna go ahead and grab a piece of paper here and start with the blue. And you can, I'm using a round brush, but you can go ahead and use a flat, probably like a 1/4-inch flat brush would be fine too. Just a little bit of paint, we don't need a lot. And we're just gonna go ahead and paint that whole base there of the little pot. So in the printable, it actually kind of looks like a package. So I don't know, I'm making it into a pot. We're making our own little love arrangement, I call it. Our own little goodie arrangement, goodie bush, goodie arrangement. And we're gonna wanna allow your paint to dry a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and use my heat gun. I'm going to go ahead and read 1 Corinthians 16:14, which is very easy. Let all that you do be done in love. All that you do be done in love. And of course, these are part of the Momentum program if you're part of that. If not, you can buy them in kits at the Bible Journaling Ministries store on the BibleJournalingMinistries.com. So if this is something that you're interested in purchasing, you can go over there and check it out. So it's always good to have your little heater here. You can use a hair dryer too if you want. I noticed that I have a little bit of white space, like I wanted just to repaint a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Clean out my brush a little. Whenever I put my brush in the water, I usually just wipe it a little bit with a towel. Just kind of tap it on the paper towel so that this way the paint doesn't run all over. This is a very easy painting project. I don't want you to be intimidated. I want you to have fun with it. And we're going to go ahead and use our red, kind of burgundy red, and we're going to put a heart in the middle of the pot. And I'm left-handed, so everything goes to the side, so I apologize for that. I'll try to get used to going straight on. Maybe if you tilt your head. So just go ahead and freehand a little heart. If you're uncomfortable doing that, go ahead and grab a pencil and just draw one. But again, it doesn't have to be perfect. This is for our Bible, our individual Bibles, and the most important part is us spending time with the Lord. So there you go. We got our heart. And don't fuss with it too much, because I started to and I was like, oh, you could keep going. Just do your best. There we go. And then I'm gonna rinse out my brush and grab some white. Now I'm going to put a line on the top of the pot. If your white paint is thick, you want to add just a little bit of water because you want to be able to do this in one shot. If for some reason you have to go back, sometimes it won't look as nice, but I had to go back here. But yeah, whenever you're doing any kind of lining or anything like that, you want to have a nice consistency to your paint. Not too thick, not too thin. And then I'm going to go ahead and use the back of my brush and do the famous little dot thing. Now I'm going to press a couple times because each time you press is less paint, so it'll make smaller dots. And I'm only doing it on the bottom part of the pot. Simple, right? Not bad. I'm going to dry it up. You can let it dry if you want and cut out your images or do something else, but for purposes here, I'm just going to dry it up real quick. I'm going to take my black Posca pen and I'm just going to draw the outline of the pot. And you're done. You'll want to go ahead and cut it out. But I have one already cut out, so we're going to go ahead and use that one. I'm going to grab my Bible. Again, I'm using the Inner Leaf Bible, and I love this Bible for journaling because it has plenty of room to do your artwork in. And look, I remembered to put down my my protective sheeting there. You know me, and all my videos I always like forget, so here we go. I remembered. I get an A+ for the day, right? Now you want to figure out where you want to put your pot. If you don't have the Inner Leaf Bible, again, remember you can make the pot smaller or however you want to do it. I'm choosing to put mine a little up from the bottom, and I'm marking with the pencil the top of the pot of where I wanted it. Because now we're going to add the green part, which is kind of like, yeah, the greenery to our arrangement. And we're using the dark green, the light green, and some white. And again, I'm using this stickle brush, but you can also use this little, like this is like a really coarse bristle brush that you can use also. I think it's for stenciling, but find one of your old brushes because you want it to look scraggly. So green. And you can play around with the color greens if you want. If you only have one color green, then go ahead and add a little bit of white to a darker green, and just to lighten it up so you have two different shades of the green. Just a little bit. We don't need a lot. We're just doing a small amount on the page. We're not doing a full page. And you want a dry brush. And you want to stipple. I think it's called stippling. My goodness, I haven't done it in a while. But you really barely want any paint on your brush, because you want to make these kind of spongy looking shapes on it. And I want you to go up and make like a triangle, kind of looking like a, sort of like a Christmas tree, but we want a triangle, and go ahead and do the outline first. We don't want it to be a perfect triangle, so if some of your green sticks out, then that's going to be fine, because you want to have a little variety to it. And you're going to just go through and pounce, pounce, pounce throughout the whole thing. Oh no, I wasn't thinking. It's an earthquake. We're gonna, oh, all right, I went a little lighter. It's funny, when you're doing this taping, you don't always remember everything. I'm human. So you kind of want to judge. I'm actually, this is a good thing. You want to go, oh, here I'm showing you, because if you want to gesso it, you should gesso it first. So you want to go a little bit bigger than the size of the pot on your greens, if that makes sense. So if my pot is about 2 inches, I want to go a little bit over 2 inches on my little bushy greenery there. And I mean that in height. I hope that makes sense to you. And then just keep dabbing until you find a nice texture that you like. Because you can always go back and add more. Sorry. I hope I don't make you guys sick doing that. All right. So again, it's about, it could be a little bit taller, but I think that's good for now. I'll dry it up a little bit. I have already pre-cut my my cutouts, and remember, you can do them on sticker paper, you can do them on clear paper, you can fussy cut them, you can cut them in your Cricut or in your Silhouette or in your brother's scanner. I know Tracy has videos in the I don't know if they're in Momentum. I'll have to, actually, I know she has videos. I'm pretty sure they're in the YouTube that help you to learn how to do that, so that you don't have to fussy cut if you don't want. So I'm just looking to see, I'm going to add a little bit more dark green to just pop it a little bit. And you can, like I said, you can go right back in and add more if you want to. I'm going to go ahead and use I like to use the art glitter glue as opposed to just the regular glue stick. I just think it holds a lot better. And you don't need a lot of glue, just a little bit of glue around the edges and in the middle. And we're going to go ahead and glue that down. Just going to hold it. The art glitter glue, you really don't, it sticks really quick, so you don't really have to worry too much about that. But because it's a little bit of a thicker paper, I'm going to hold it. So I fussy cut all my little guys here. So I'm grabbing them so that I can arrange them onto my arrangement. I guess if you wanted to, you could do little green swirls and maybe add leaves, but I wanted to keep it simple for you so that you can just get an idea. So I'm gathering up all my goodies. I just love these. I love the color of them. I love how playful it is. I work at a flower shop on the holidays, and that's what inspired me to do this, I guess. Thinking, and gift baskets, I used to make gift baskets too, so I just thought, you know, that might be cool to just do, because we're talking about love and let it be done in love, so this kind of reminds me of a gift that I would give a loved one. The kids always loved when I would make goodie baskets for them. So that's my arrangement. You can arrange it any way you want, and I think I would even go bigger on the greenery. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to add a little bit more of the greens. So again, you can make, I could have brought my pot down a little bit more and made the greens a little bit bigger, but you don't want too much space in between your little goodies there. But I could have done a little bit more. Again, this is something that you can do outside your Bible first if you're new to this technique, and then just add or put it, do it outside your Bible once and then inside your Bible the next time. And again, I want you to remember, you really don't want it to be a triangle, because you want some stuff sticking out, you want it to be, because in real life arrangements are not always in line like that. You have some crazy little flowers sticking out. Of course we can trim them, but it looks more natural when you just let them do their own thing. So what do you think? Would you like to get a little arrangement of goodies? I'm going to finish up the arrangement by gluing everything down. Again, you don't need a lot of glue, just a little bit of glue. And if you want to rearrange it your own way, go right ahead. Once they're all glued down, I'm going to grab my ink pad, and I'm using a makeup sponge, but you can go ahead and use a dauber or any type of thing that you use for inking. I'm going to keep my protective back on, and you're going to go from the outside in. I'm going to speed it up here so that you don't have to watch me the whole time. inking the whole page. So I'm choosing to do the outside edge, and I lightly go over it with a gentle touch so that this way you can always add more. It's harder to take away your ink. I'm covering the other side of the page so I don't ink that up. And I don't know if you caught earlier, but I did put a Bible underneath, because 1 Corinthians at the end of the Bible, I put a book underneath, another Bible underneath, to help with the process. So once I got the inking exactly the way I wanted it, I'm just going to go ahead and add some more of the printables to my page. I'm using the washi tape printables. I just cut them together and I left them together. And then I'm using the banners. I'm going to put the blue one a little bit out more. And then the two peachy type ones I'm going to leave the same. I really think it's so interesting to see everybody's own unique ways that they do the pages. And I hope that you'll consider doing these, because at least trying the painting technique and then post them on the page, because Tracy and I love to just see the creations that you come up with, even if it's totally different than what I do. It's just so much fun to see how God uses us in our own creative ways. And remember to like and subscribe to the channel so that you can get notifications for when Tracy posts new videos, because they're always fun to have. So you can cut out the hearts if you would like. There's plenty of hearts on the printables. There's blue, there's red, there's big, there's small. I'm going to show you a way to just, again, add some hearts to the page. You can do both too. You can paint and then just add. I am going to go ahead and outline that heart. I did forget to do that. So we're going to do the little technique of using our brush. You do need a round brush for this. So you're going to take the end of the brush and you're going to use the bristle part. We're going to make 2 dots on the page. And then just, remember, I think this is like, I guess it's like toll painting, where you just make the 2 dots and you just take the bristles and then just kind of bring them down, and then it's kind of got a toll painting look. It's very easy. It's kind of like just dot, dot, and then line, line. So it's just bring it down, bring it down. That easy. Dot, dot. I'm going to do 3. I'm going to balance it off with 3. I'm going to do 3 red, and then I'm going to do 3 blue. And it's a very easy way to make a heart. No fussing. Just go ahead and go for it. Randomly putting them around. I'm going to go for the blue. I got a little bit of red in there. Just make sure you don't, being a lefty, a lot of times I stick my hand into the into the paint. But dot, dot, a little bit of paint on your bristle, and then down, down. All right, we can do this. Again, just 3. So I did add the moon also to the washi tape, and I am going to go ahead and add the cherries to the end of it. You can outline the hearts with the Posca pen, but I chose not to. Sometimes I go a little too much with outlining. And don't fuss with it. There we go. That doesn't scream love. I don't know what does. A gift for God, right? In his book. This one's for you, Lord. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to splatter just a little bit. Now, I obviously pre-recorded this, but if you don't want to get splatter on your pot, then you want to go ahead and just do a quick cover up of some scrap paper and cover up your pot and your goodies there. But basically you're just taking a little bit of the black or the brown, and you're going to water it down, and then you're just going to splatter. And I just did a little bit of splatter. I didn't do too much, here and there. Just a little bit. Just kind of adds to it. And then like I said, if you don't want it to be on your pot, then go ahead and cover it with a scrap piece of paper or something. All right. And I definitely covered the other page because I knew I'd get it on there. So I think it's pretty much done. I do want to show you the cherries. And I am going to decide to, ow. It took me a while to decide. Should I, shouldn't I? While I'm deciding whether I want to put a border on or not, I'm going to speed this up a little bit. I'm going to add some wording to the page. I'm going to add done in love, and then all that you do. And then here I'm just trying to decide again whether I want to add the black outline to the hearts, would look cute, or if I just want to go ahead and do the border. So I'm going for it. I'm going to do the border. It's like a little squiggly line with two lines, and I like it. It kind of just adds a little bit of, looks a little bit more finished. I wasn't going to do it, but I'm going to add the cherries to it. I'm going to show you, you can cut the cherries and the little stems, but as I'm cutting, I wanted to show you what happens if you cut the stem. So I purposely cut the stem, and I just show you with the Posca, black Posca marker, that if you happen to cut the stem off, you can just go ahead and draw it. And I do use the leaf, so I'm gonna cut them out real quick for you. You can even draw them too if you wanted to, but Tracy gave them to us, so you might as well use them. I really do hope that you've enjoyed watching this. I enjoy doing these videos for you to help inspire you to just get a little bit of creative in the Word and spend time asking God maybe what He, where He thinks things should go. Let Him be part of your creative time. Remember to like and subscribe so that you'll get notifications. There is so much good stuff here on the Bible Journaling and Ministries pages. So much information, and remember to go to the store at BibleJournalingMinistries.com if you'd like to join Momentum or just want to buy these individual kits. You're more than welcome just to do that. You don't have to subscribe. So, and remember, as always, to put your artwork on the page. So before I say goodbye, Here's a couple little stems and my leaf. And I hope that you will enjoy your creative time with these printables. So take care, and we will see you next time.